Welcome, everybody, to the Link with Bones. Yet another episode, yet another link where Bones tries to hook you up with hope and just stay tuned and stay inspired. Guys, people always ask me, Uguti, what's this episode? What's this thing about? And I always say, with the link, basically, we are selling hope, mad dog. So, welcome, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that. Mad dog.
What are that?
Volume engathi phezulu guys. I don't know. Dengaphula izipika
Drop. And you don't traumatize with the past few weeks boningcolisa ke.
Ukuthi sound yami sezansi.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's fine.
Ema dog dibonile fonini phako wena Joburg. Unzima phansi phezulu phana
Kuyafuneka.
street vendors ziyalwa pha.
Kuyafuneka bra.
Kuthiwa ziyagxothwa.
Kuyafuneka bra. So I don't have a problem with the issue of, people coming from different places to come and look for opportunities or for ukuthi babe safe, yabona. But my problem is this issue of investment, yabona. Because honestly speaking, when I go to Joburg, it's not Joburg and Kulendi born. You understand? So, I think it makes sense because if you're starting an investment, we're talking about the infrastructure. So, if ngabe in a building, I think just example, in a building,
Yeah.
now building, you spend millions, and my hope is that I get investment, return investment. But now, I go na ku pavement at the building. So, the building is probably 10 million, and then 2 years down the line. Because kugcwele labantu abagcwele apha abathengisayo and yonke lento eyenzakalayo ama walls amdaka, and then now my building is worth probably 2 million goku. Do you get the idea? So I think for the sake of izinto ezinjengalezo nokuthi siphile sibe clean sibe yabona, I am happy with what. Then after kwenziwe lento leyo ke Bones makube ne meetings ke ukuthi okay, then where do we allocate these people? You understand? Ukuthi at least babe nendawo as right, not ukuthi badanjwe nje qha, but also legally. I remember mina ngesikhathi apartheid bra ekhaya uthatha namba lithengisa chips, yabona mosisimba chips.
Yeah.
He was trying to open up his pazanyana. I remember it was strict. Bokumele ube namaphepha as a South African ukuze uthengise anything. You were supposed to register, you must uvuselele into zakho. So as a South African, so now ngithuswa EFF ngoku. I'm sorry. You understand? Ukuthi njani ngoku when the government is trying to do something to improve it. I know ukuthi batatazele G20, yabona. I don't know whether bazoqhubeka after G20. You understand? But whatever, whether bayaqhubeka baqhubeki. There are streets at Johannesburg, engizibona TV ngoku. I know ngisekapa and ngizibona TV. I'm like, yo, I've never seen that place like that. You understand? At least there's a clean up. So there must be order.
Yeah.
You understand? There must be order at Johannesburg. Kunzima ukuthi ndiye Johannesburg madoda ndimele ndifihle izinto ngoku like hayi makube clean.
Kunzima eJozi dog isiphelele ixesha guys because I know guest namhlanje. Yeah, me and him are gonna talk for. Guess that I'm planning. One question, he answers you in an essay form, so
No, it's fine.
So, yeah, so maybe we'll tackle this again next week because it's an ongoing topic. Because I really wanna get also into the BE thing.
Yes.
ETA is a blogger. Come on, I think we might have DA next week actually, and might speak about that. Yeah, so because I think Lendo PE, I always say I'm a beneficiary PE and I'm not politically connected to anyone. So when done right, it does work. But we'll talk next week, man. We'll talk next week, man. So let's go to our guest. But I just hope manage Joburg by they sort this thing out and if vendors if Manda was as well. It's really sad, man, because investors especially people that own buildings at conference what the conference as Cape Town because of all of Yonkele chaos and Joburg.
But also I abandoned my building because it's out of order.
Yeah.
Then hijack.
No, hijack. Managerial. No, let's speak the truth. Yeah, guys, I just hope as South Africans, man, we can sacrifice one because when Joburg is working, it's like Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah,
when,
bro.
when Kaizer Chiefs does well, the PSL does well.
I-Carlton Center, bro. I-Carlton Center was.
You
Ngoku,
know?
bro, ngathi kusestratweni.
Xa umbonga endingemi icula eKarlton icula engendawo iphakamileyo.
You understand?
Ah, ngoku-
Singathi Thabo uthini umbonga endingemi. Yintoni le nto akhuluma ngayo?
Guys, we have a nice, beautiful guest, namhlanje. Very, not sure if I can call him a young man anymore, But man, he used to be within the structures, the youth within Elokshini and all of that. But he'll speak for himself, man. Beautiful brother that is married, so I can't even say beautiful anymore. But he's a good chap. Yeah, man, brother.
Hey, brother.
Unjani?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Long time, eh?
Now see, the last time we met is when we were in a career exhibition.
Yeah.
And I was speaking after you, doing some motivations. And you're like, not all of us are going to go to school here. And I'm like, this guy, I'm still going to do a career thing here, and it's discouraging these kids already. But that was fun.
Yeah, man. I think one day, not one day, soon we're gonna have a podcast. I think we're gonna talk about other guys.
Yeah.
Going forward, I think just wanna have a podcast. We just talk about things and maybe not invite guests.
Yes.
Or maybe invite guests, but have topics. Because the education system for me.
Yes.
I still feel it needs some refraining because it treats us all the same, but we are not the same.
Yeah, and actually it takes us, it teaches us to go to work.
Exactly.
It's not giving us skills to be independent and skills to do our own thing, Like things like financial literacy. Those things should be like a compulsory subject at school, So that you are able to know how to manage your money, how to invest and all of those things. Now we learn those things like in the streets.
And so kulile, do you know
Yeah.
what I say? I say ukuthi, there's 3 subjects that are supposed to compulsory from grade 8 until grade 12.
Yeah.
It's history, because if you know your history,
Yeah.
you probably won't repeat it. Chances are you're not going to repeat it.
Yes,
That's
yes.
one. And just knowing where we come from, and then we need to know where we're heading. The
Yes.
second one is economics,
Yes.
because then you need to know how economies, not just yours, but economies and how economy works.
Yes.
Ne?
Yes.
So at least if you have that understanding, you're good. And then thirdly, which is very important for me, is psychology. So
Yes.
that we can know human behavior, know how other people work, and also understand our own traumas, bro.
Yes,
Because I
yes,
think
yes.
we also come from a time and a place where sometimes you don't even understand your own traumas. And you don't even understand that now where you've got things that you need to deal with,
Yeah.
and then you just go on and expect it to do well in this life.
Yes.
I'm shocked, bro.
God.
When in a trauma.
No, I'm not talking nana. I always say to people, ukuthi, Pamela, mina no Jews, we're the only ones. The rest, no one can anything. But listen, man, we'll get into that. Tell the people who you are, man. Because I don't introduce my guest,
Yeah, yeah.
I let them introduce themselves.
Sure, it's a hectic question to introduce myself. But in a nutshell, Zukisani Ndwendwe, and my clan name is Ngundabu Padela Chibas, and my
That's my wife. That's my wife's clan name.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, so you are Spari actually. That's good. Yeah. So originally I'm from the Eastern Cape. So whenever I direct people of where I'm from, I say, you see, when you're in Mthatha, you face Port St. John's on R61. Then there's a town called Libote. So that's where I'm actually from. So in fact, where I have my house, and then opposite there's a town called Ngqeleni where I'm born. So I moved out of home already. So when I go to the villages, I go to my own place. Yeah. I'm old, man.
Hey, man, the guy that keeps time for us is going to kill me because I'm going to speak bad about him. Our time is very limited because there's so many things that you do, man.
Yes.
And I'm going to come back now to your life.
Yes.
But on that topic, your is Zukisani Ndwendwe. I know you had I don't know, Amakotuga stock
Yes,
fell. Tell
yes.
us, man, that concept. And Diafonungena, by the way, that's why I invited you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Makotuga, like it's a concept that came about. It was late 2019, just before COVID. You know, I was sitting at work and it was closer to December, and there were pictures of, you know, imigalelo for December. You know, people are gonna have like tin fish, are gonna have all these 12,5 and everything. I'm like, you know what? We can do a similar concept, but with livestock, you know, whereby we contribute a certain amount a month, and then we buy livestock for member one, and then we do the same thing for the following month, and we do that within a year. So which means if we are more than 12, because it must be within a year, then we're gonna have different groups, and then we do that. So I just wrote that down, and then since I'm also doing graphics, then I also did a logo concept and everything. And then I took a photo of that concept, and then I posted it on Facebook. I'm like, the first 9 people to comment, yeah, we are going to start this stock fair. And then I'm telling you, I think I got 20 something. Then I had to cut down to say, you know what, we just need 10 because I'm scared now.
What disqualify Bandu?
Yeah, no, I had to because I was scared. And then people were like, no, let's do this thing. And then I started registering it, creating a bank account because I don't want like to keep the money, and I want other people to be involved and this be as transparent as possible. So I started now planning it during December and January, and then from February we started with the contributions. We're contributing 1.5 per month, and then we're gonna collect that 15,000, we go and buy sheep for you, and then we go to the next member in March until the end of the term. So that's basically what we're doing, and we've been doing it for 5 years now. So that's when as well I started to have livestock. I've got like, I think 15, close to 20 now of Igusha, you know. So
Really sheep?
yeah, we're pushing that, and then others as well, they do the same thing. And most of us in that group, we were the first time like farmers. So we did that, and we have old members now that due to certain financial issues, they couldn't contribute anymore, but they are still part of the group, you know. They're trying to advise there, and I bump some ideas with them from time to time.
Are you all from the same village?
No, we're not from the same village. 90% or 99% of us, we don't know each other.
Oh, wow. So this is not necessarily with your friends.
No, it's not
It's an
with my
idea you
friends.
just put out on
Yes,
Facebook and
yes.
different people came.
Yes, but I'm the central guy since all of those people were people that were following me on
On
Facebook.
Facebook. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
You're the
now-
mutual friend.
Yeah, I'm the mutual friend. So we're doing that thing, and it's going very well. We tried to scale it to see if we can help each other to get sites in the villages and also do farming, but it was too much. Then we're like, no, let's focus on the initial idea. So we're still like doing that thing. We are doing the last contribution now this month. And then we're gonna take break in December and January because that's Christmas and school fees.
yeah, and all of
Yeah,
those
and then from Feb we're starting again. But we're gonna put out an advert now, invitation, because we need more people to partake in this thing, you know.
So Uban Loko Toga, I cannot partake.
You can if you have a place to keep your sheep, because we don't have like a place where we can keep your sheep. So we take that money, we say, give us the name of the supplier and the banking details. We pay direct to the supplier, and then you go and collect your sheep yourself. You take them wherever you want. But we want to see you having those sheep.
I'm not eat those sheep. I remember we met dog. We going to a farm and we were buying sheep there. To met dog, epons. So met dog umzulu mas. Uthi epons. So manje uthi lo mfama mayizoxhela le gusha akathi madoda upinki sesiyambulala manje. Oh, mad dog. But tell me, man. So, what's your plan? What you gonna do with the sheep?
There's a lot. Like that's
Like, have you made money out of it already in this 5 years?
It's not about money. It's about you know, like as black people, especially from the rural areas, we assist each other when we do things, and also having a livestock, it's more of your investment. So if there's a problem, you can sell one and you get money if you want.
So it's like a savings.
Yeah, it's like your savings, your saving pot that is there, you know. So I haven't made money because I want to have more and
How many
and
do you wanna have?
preserve. Yeah, I'm looking at like even if I can have like 500 of them, I'll be
But
very
is your
happy.
kraal big enough? It's by Isako.
We've got land, bro.
Yeah, in Eastern Cape, yeah.
Yeah, we've got
So,
land.
but who looks after it when you're here?
So my dad is helping me at the moment, but we planning because he's 81 now.
Yeah, your
you know,
dad
I
is
need to
quite
release
old,
him.
yeah. We're gonna talk
So-
about him as well.
Yeah.
I know
So-
you're very close with your dad.
We are very, very close.
Yeah.
So we're trying now because I've got my own site now. So my wife and I, we're trying to build something there, and then we're gonna take those sheep to our own place, and then get someone to look after them. But there's another farming business now that I'm starting with a friend of mine. So I'm still playing around ideas because there's a land that we tried to secure. We just need to collect money now. It's about 2 hectares.
In Eastern Cape?
Yeah, in Eastern Cape. In fact, it's my dad's old field. You know, in the Eastern Cape, there's those things called amasim.
Amasimia fields,
Yes,
yeah.
So they are just there. No one is using them. So I spoke to him. I'm like, can I buy it? And then he was like, cool. So now they gave me the price. So I'm trying to collect those funds now, and then we just gonna fence it, put more security, and then we're planning to put all our livestock there, and we also do cabbages and all the vegetables because that's a very fertile land.
Fertile. Listen, man, before Mad Dog speaks, I want to join that stokvel.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
please.
welcome.
I need my 15 sheep.
Yeah,
Ifana nam xa kuthetha amadoda ndithi amadoda ngakhe ndiyojonga imfuyo yam.
yeah,
You must first build as Lali.
yeah. Maybe when we fenced our 2 hectare now, he can rent a space there, you know.
Yeah, maybe because mna soze ndakhe ezilalini.
So have you had amatakane out of?
A lot. Like my dad sent me a picture last month. I think last month every week I was getting a call that there's Itagane Leisure, all of that. I think I got about 8 that I got like between July and last month.
So I'm connected with farmers here as well. So
Yeah.
there's a farmer friend, it's not a friend, but an acquaintance that I know
Okay.
here. So I think I'm serious about this. So I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to him
Okay.
so that it gives me space because I know people here that would do things.
Okay.
Yeah, but pick up or whether get the ngumkiti or whether whatever.
Okay.
Whether it's a funeral.
Then you can.
Yeah, and then I can sell to
Yeah.
them as well.
You must also look into goats.
Yeah, I know and goats, but goats, goats.
Yeah, just talk to your friend and then you secure that space. And
Yeah, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. Yeah, ndasukolisa ke bhoko. But tell me, man, let's take it back now, man. You know, I know okay, you're saying from Nqeleni and all that.
yes,
But you grew up at Kayamandi though.
yes. So I moved here 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing grade 10. Yeah, it was Kayamandi then. You guys decided to rebrand my school to Makupula.
Makupula High, yeah.
Yeah, it was Kayamandi then, 2005. So I moved here. I was living with my older sister, which passed on 3 years after we moved in here. I was starting my first year then. So I did grade 10 here until grade 12, Kayamandi. So I've spent like half of my life here.
And that I know there's a story there, man, with you living with your sister and her
Yes.
passing away. Do
Yes.
you wanna?
Yeah. That's a good a story that I always share. So I lived with her from 2005, and then we were like very tight, like very close, such that people are only getting shocked now that she was actually my sister.
thought
not-
she was your mother.
Yeah, not my mom, you know, because we were very close, you know. And so she was like the one who was supporting me with like everything, you know, financially. You know, she was working like in a factory, not a factory shop, like it was a printing company, but they were doing like stands and, you know, those stands that you see in the retail. They were doing those things, even shoe stands and all of that. So she was working there and earning like per week, you know, so she was not getting like a lot of money. And then when I was going to start my first year, 2008, in fact, when I was doing my grade 11, that's when she started getting sick. and this thing started getting worse. And when I was in grade 11, I remember my grades started dropping because in grade 10, when I started here, I was here, I was getting things. I got certificates in maths, in economics, I was that guy. Then grade 11, it started dropping because I was so frustrated. I'm
And
like,
this is
hey,
2006.
2006 now. I'm like, if this person leaves me now, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then 2007, she held on. And then when I was starting my first year, just after, like, I think it was like 3 months in my first year, and then she passed on. So, hey, that was when I was like, hey, things are going to be hectic, but, by the grace of God, things continued to go. And,
Where were you guys living at the time?
Here at Zone M. So we lived at Zone M. That was like an extended family shack that we had there. And then after she passed on, we already bought another shack at Zone J. So that's where I moved to after she passed on. Immediately after the funeral, I had to move in.
And
there.
you lived with?
I was living alone, bro. I was living alone. And another thing that I don't want to live like during that on this story, when I was gonna start my first year, she was not like earning a lot of money, so we were struggling like to secure some funds, and the registration that time at CPUT, it was around like 1.7. But hey, that was like a lot of money
at the time.
So I remember the day I came back because I struggled to get in to CPUT because I was doing higher grade in maths, and then I didn't do so well. So they were like,
and high grade, in standard grade, 2008 or 9, it stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Yeah.
So I'm the last
Yeah,
generation
you're the last
of,
one to do
of
that,
those
yeah.
things. Yeah. So I struggled to get in, but eventually I managed to get in. And then I got in on a Monday. They confirmed at CPUT on a Monday to say you are accepted, but on Wednesday you must be here to register. And if you struggle to get in and you're not there on that day, someone else is gonna take your space. So she went, bruh, to borrow the money, asking people, and someone will give you 50 rands, another 100 rands, and all of that. And she came back with 300, like on day one. I'm like, hey, yeah, it's not bad. No, 1.4 to go.
Yeah.
So, and then the following day, she managed like to get the whole money. So it was like this big because, it's 20 rands, it's 10 rands, and all of that. So I'm like, yeah, now I'm going to be a tertiary student and I'm going to be the first graduate of the family, because there's no one who has went like to tertiary in my family. So I want to break that curse and that generation. So I'm so excited. So I take my bag, I put the money in a shack, most I've got iskongwani there, and then I hang my bag there, and then we're sleeping. I'm ready for the next day to go to tertiary and register. Then in the morning, like around 6, I hear another cousin of mine is knocking like, hey, Zooks, what's going on here? I'm like, what do you mean? There's CDs everywhere here, and the door is open. I'm like, yeah. And then I'm thinking, my man, when I look there, bruh, the bag is open.
Sure.
Like that. And I'm checking, I'm like, hey, someone got in here. And this guy got in through the window, and my bed is next to the window.
Sure.
And jumped, took my money, and took my sister's bag with everything. And the bags were like all over, like around, And then he left. Now I'm like, this money, firstly, it was difficult to collect it.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. Bro, when someone says your heart, my heart was painful, they mean like maybe figuratively. Mine was physically like painful. But like by the grace of God, like there's a cousin of mine, because that shack was like four rooms. So we were using the 2 rooms, and the other side was my cousin that was living there. Her door was facing the other side. I was facing the other side. So she has my sister when she cries, and everyone comes, what's going on? Then my sister is crying, is like, hey, the money is gone. This child now is not going to be able to study and all of that. So the cousin of mine said, you know what? There's 1,000 rand that I have that I'm collecting from church. And it's for the event next week.
Sure.
Take this 1,000 rands, go to school, tell them your money is stolen. This is all that you have at the moment. I will see how I deal with Abazalwan.
Sure.
I took that money, and my sister had 20 rands or something in her bank account. Now I have to go to the bank first in town, withdraw the 20 rands, and then go take a train to Cape Town. I think I took 3 minutes to town. You're running, yeah. Then I got there, and then when I got to CPUT, my sister called. She's like, "No, my boss gave me the money." I narrated the story, and he was touched. And then he gave me the money. He says, "You're gonna come and work for it when you're on holiday." I'm like, "Okay, no problem."
yeah.
And then I withdrew it, and then I registered. So I managed then to get in like that. And then 3 months after that, then she passed on. So I was on my own in that shack, trying to make a living. I still don't know how I was eating. Even my wife is still asking me, "So how are you surviving?" I'm like, "Hey, I don't know."
So zangu uhlala esikolweni, you didn't stay at the
So for the
residence?
first year, I was taking a train from here to Cape Town, and then second year, I started applying for the res. I'm like, now the demand is gonna be high, so I had to move to res from there.
What were you studying?
So I did financial information systems at CPUT. Now I just submitted my final report for my honors at UCT.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm still studying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so. But before I ask other thing, what do you do? What's your career? What job do you do? Because you just did something on my computer now.
Yeah, I did financial information systems at CPUT, even though they discontinued it now. I'm still head. So financial information systems, it has about 3 major modules. It specializes in financial accounting. It specializes in information systems / IT. So in that section, you do things like software skills, and you do information systems or how to deal with computers and all of that. And then there's a financial accounting side. And then on your third year, how it would work, you would choose whether to specialize in internal auditing and financial accounting and then information systems. So that helped us then when we finished our degree to specialize in two areas. Either you venture into accounting or you venture into IT or information systems. So if you look at my classmates, you will find a lot of them are specializing in accounting and others are in IT. So when I started in the industry, I started as a finance officer. And then I moved to fund accounting. And then I always make this joke that I got tired of counting money that is not mine. And then I moved to information systems. So I started as a business system support analyst. And then I moved to application support. Then since I majored in internal auditing, then I started growing an interest in the risk and governance side of things. So now...
So who lost the client loan paper again?
No, I'm in the investment industry.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm actually leading an IT risk and governance team now.
Wow, man.
Where I work.
Where you work? Wow.
Yeah, so I'm doing that.
Hey, make dog fundi up van. And Ivanga yon like it like I didn't hear a thing. It's like talking Chinese.
You will watch it on YouTube.
We need university to understand.
Listen, man, that's such an interesting story. As you're speaking, I literally, as you're narrating your story, I'm in that story. It's like I can feel it, know.
Yes.
And so now your sister passes away, and now you're on your own, you know.
Yeah.
But wait, before I ask that question, how I don't know how to ask this question. Because I don't know ask when did you get saved.
Okay.
And I don't know ask into but you get what I'm trying to ask though.
Yeah.
So can before we continue, can you tell us that? Because then that makes a lot of background. Because then my question was Amandla.
Yeah.
Or the faith to persevere after your sister has passed on. Because remember, you're still a child.
Yes.
Where did you get that from? So hence then I'm asking the question of, faith and church and all of
Yeah. So firstly, I come from a very strong Christian background, So my parents, we don't do the amasiko and all of that. So it's deep Christian background. So when I started living alone, that thing was still in me, to say, you need to trust in God, you need to pray and all of that. But I wasn't like saved, It's something that it's within me, but I still had to make the decision. So 2008, when I was alone, I was like, you know what, I need to find a safe space. She passed on in March. And then the funeral was around April. Then I came back, so I started trying to find where can I go and have like a safe space. And for me, the safe space is the church. Then I started like visiting certain churches around, and then eventually I landed at AFM down the road. So when I got there, I went there like I was invited by my high school teacher, Miss Lisa. And then we got there, I was like, I think I can continue coming here. And then I also play keyboard, so there was keyboard
Where
there.
did you learn the keyboard?
So I learned it like in the rural areas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so how I learned the keyboard, my late big brother was like into music. So they bought a keyboard without having a keyboard player.
Oh.
So no one could play. And then this other day, another guy that could just play a few chords came at our place, and then he was playing. So he was teaching my big brother how to play. And I was watching, but my big brother, he wasn't getting it. And when they were done, I stole the keyboard. And then I went to try and do those things, but he figured out at a later stage that, hey, you can play, and I was hiding in his room. Yeah. So I started playing for that group, and then when I moved in here, then I started joining a group. That's when I started to learn from other people as well. Yeah, but then back to the church story.
Yeah.
So I visited, and then when I was there, they made an announcement that at Corridor there's gonna be like a June 16 thing. Everyone is invited, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's gonna be choirs. I'm gonna go. Then I go, and then it happened, and then there was another announcement to say next week we're having a concert at AFM. Everyone is invited, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to that concert. So I went there, and the keyboard player was Putabo Pala. He used to live here at Esmatis. He's very old. Maybe you might not know him. Yeah. So he knew me, like he saw me when we were at Corridor trying to play, and then he called me on stage. Then I went there. Then I started playing for that whole concert.
Wow.
And the following Sunday, the church was trying to open a branch in Kraaifontein. So they didn't have a keyboard player. There was this guy that was playing here at the concert. Can you try to find him? And then Miss Lisa called me, and then I went with the pastor there, and the pastor started asking me questions on the way, like, where do you live? What are you doing? It's like, I'm like, nah, I'm just, I live here at Kayamandi. I'm not doing anything, all of that. Like, no, continue coming here. There are 2 keyboards here. You can play anytime and all of that. So that's why I got to join the church. But eventually, 2009, I started becoming a member. And then I got saved on the 26th of December, 2009.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. I say that because for me, when I look at it, it's like you grew up in AFM. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what most people think.
Yes.
On that note that you just spoke now, that you went to the church looking for community.
Yes.
I was listening to a video today. We no longer say today these days we are reading articles.
Yes.
So you're listening to a video.
Yes.
Anyway, I was listening to a video of this guy. He's a very well-known scientist. And he's very famous. He's an American guy, a black guy, very famous. Just forgot his name now. So he was talking about, so he's atheist, by the way.
Okay.
But he was just speaking about church. So they asked him.
Yes.
And he said, you might find out that church was not even meant for whatever it is today, right?
Yeah.
But remember, he's atheist. But he said this, getting to the point what he just said. He said church might have been meant for community.
Yes.
That we have all those people on a specific day.
Okay.
For certain amount of hours, they come together and eventually they codepend somehow on each other, because at church you get community as well and fellowship. Yes. So now I'm thinking maybe, he might be right.
Yes.
It's not the only reason why this church, but he might be right on that sense that actually church is community.
Yes.
And I think when I look at the church today, I don't want to go too much into the church, but when I look at it today, I think some of that might be missing. Don't have to comment, but some of that might be missing. Now, when I listen to your story, you went there for that.
Yes.
And you know, with everything that's happening, I mean, there's good stuff also happening in church, and there's churches that still have community. But to those that are just ruining it, in the sense that now people don't even go there
Yes.
for that. They go there to be prophesied and to be told they'll have lots of money. You know, so I think maybe, you know.
Yeah, no. I want to comment on that because
Yeah.
it's something that is out there, you know. So there are people, I normally call it like business people who saw an opportunity, you know, to make money,
Yeah.
and then they were like, you know what, let's utilize this opportunity, you know, and then that started ruining like the good thing that God started,
Yeah.
you know, and then it became this bad thing that we see it out there, and now everyone now is seeing like it as if it's no longer a community that it was meant to be, you know. So I think that person might be right. There are like some hiccups that we find like we within the church space, but I always tell people try to find a good one, as long as it's biblically based and it's a church that preach Jesus Christ, you know. It's a good one, you know. But there are those that are preaching Jesus Christ, but they have like certain agendas, yeah. But
that they
just
sneak
pray
in.
for a good one.
I always say to myself, you know, when I look at these fake prophets and all these things, I always say these guys, they live double lives.
Yes.
You know, they preach here and whatever, and then they go do all these other bad things. I'm like, man, why not be criminal once? Like, why don't I live like this? Why don't you just
Yeah.
do crime and then you know you're doing that?
Yeah,
Now I don't have to come here on Sunday and pretend, you know, and then it doesn't make sense
No,
to
we
me.
just need to pray, man, that God takes us to the right path.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
quickly in 2 minutes, né?
Yeah.
Before we started, I said you almost became a politician. So, so I know growing up, you know,
Yeah.
seeing you and everything, and you know, more or less the same age group. So I know that you're very active in terms of whether it's youth things or
Yes.
whatever is happening.
Yes.
Tell me, where did that come from? Where did that spark come from? And are you still active? Well, I know you are active in social media and everything, but are you still, you know, active?
Yeah.
I know you're not 25 anymore, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so that came about like 2011, you know, when so I got born again 2009 December. And then when another thing about me that it took long for me to be born again, because I was like, when I start doing this thing, I must do it seriously, you know. I don't want to be on and off.
Yeah.
So 2008, so I started like at a serious note. You know, I remember like 2 days after I got saved, there was a dry fasting. Oh, then I joined that thing, bro. Day one, I couldn't wake up the following day, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to my friend, and then I buy a macheo, I drink, because we were camping at church. So I left there saying, you know, I just need to go and check if my check is still in order. Then when I passed to the other my friend, I'm like, nah, I'm getting a macheo here. Drank that thing. I went back there, you know, but I confessed later, like, no, I had a macheo. So, but they understood it's my first time, you know. Yeah, but we did the thing. So I was very serious, and then the pastor and the board, they started like keeping me closer because I was so hungry for this thing. And I think if for a lack of better word, I matured very quick, like in salvation and all of that. And then 2011, then I was appointed as a youth leader. And then I'm starting this thing, and I'm like, okay, so where is the youth?
Yeah, I remember you guys had a youth thing.
And there was no like a youth like a structure when I started, and the people that were the youth, it's like old people, and all of them were like, nah, we can't be led by a child, and they started like withdrawing. So I took teenagers, and then I made them the youth. And started like getting T-shirts, branded T-shirts and everything, you know, to try and create this thing. And then it actually like started working, and it kicked off. We did conferences, we did prayer walks, we did like a lot of things. And one of the biggest projects that I still have pictures, photos of, we partnered with the Stellenbosch municipality to clean the streets. Yeah, Kasi, you know, we were doing like we called it a prayer walk, but we're cleaning first. So we clean and we pray. We clean and we pray. So we did that thing here, and that's
Which
one.
year was that?
It was 2011 or 2012, around there. So we did that whole project. So there are many other things that we would do, like to try to keep people in one place, and also, encourage each other and build each other, and also partner with the community. I remember the other year, I think it was 2013, if not 2014, there was a moment up at Kasi where there was like every weekend, we're having an issue of someone dying, young people and all of that. And then I remember Sam and Paul and Zukani, they called me like, dude, we need to meet up and see what we can do with this thing. So I said, guys, let's create like a prayer meetings every month.
And you guys had a structure, I remember.
Yeah, we had a
And I was not
structure.
invited in that structure. And I told Sam, I didn't invite.
No.
Just because I'm busy drinking and doing my other stuff at that time. But anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah, and we actually had it at the same venue, yeah. So we met here. We said we need a central venue that is not like a church, but so that we invite everyone to come. We met here, right, and we said, all the pastors that we invited, we said, we want you to tell us which church you're from, what do you like, what are your beliefs and all of that. We just want to pray. We got here, every church was here, and we started praying every month, every last Sunday of the month. We did that. I think we did it for 3-4 Sundays, and the death of young people just stopped. And everything started being fine. We planned to continue with that, but when everything stopped, we were like, okay, God answered our prayers, and then we stopped.
Let's continue with life.
Yeah, so those are the types of projects that we were doing, and very active. I felt like I was a pastor when I was still a youth leader, because every weekend I was at church on Saturday, trying to talk to people. I like talking, so I would motivate. I would do something. We do a bring and share. We eating every weekend, we're praying and all of that. So that's one of the fun years of my life.
Yeah, and you did, and I know you are once a motivational speaker. Are you still a motivational speaker?
I call myself a public speaker now. we mature in these things.
Listen, man, hey, you have little time left. Time flies, when you're having fun, really. Tell me, man, quickly about your dad. I know you guys are very close, man. How's that relationship been? And how did you see it playing a positive role ebomini bakho? Because obviously you're saying you're the first graduate, and also meaning your dad is not necessarily educated in that sense.
Yes.
But I know he was there on your graduation.
Yes.
And in big events in your life is always there, and you keep him very, very close.
Yeah. Oh, that old man is, he's very close to my heart. So, by the way, when I grew up, when I was still young, I didn't like him. I was like, this guy, why is he treating me like this? But
How was he treating you?
he was very strict. So I didn't have like the luxury of going and playing and have fun. So I always remind him of this story. There was this day where we were planning to have like a tournament. So the way I would get a chance to go and play is when I go to look after the cows. So when we're there, then he can't say I must go home. I need to look after the cows.
Okay.
And then we just put them there. We take the young boys, say, hey, look after those cows while we're playing the tournament. So that's how I would get a chance. So we have this plan. And, I'm a backline, I'm doing well there. And I need to be in this tournament. And in the morning, my dad is like, okay, we're going to Masimini today. I'm like, okay. And I was not allowed, like...
You can't debate.
Yeah, you can't debate. It's an instruction.
Yeah.
And it's like, what we're going to do, he had like a 25-liter of bucket full of beans. It's like, you are going to plant these beans. When you're done with these 25 liters, you are going to go. I'm like, okay, 25 liters. And I'm going to put 2 beans per hole. I'm like, no, then I won't be able to go
To the tournament.
Yeah, so we did the first line. I put 2 beans, and then the second line, I started like taking like a big amount of beans. I did that,
a handful.
and he looked at it. He's like, nah, man, there's no way this bucket now is like in half.
Yeah.
And he started going like to the first line. He checked, okay, everything is fine. Second line, and then he found the fourth. Yeah. He beat me. That guy is like, you know what? Why are you doing this? Why are you cheating now? All of that. So he was strict like that, and no people were allowed to come and visit me unless you're coming with your books and we're gonna do homework, or you are a child that is from a strict family like mine, you know, and my parents know each other, you know, then it's actually another guy called Nzuzo that would only be able to come to
your
my
house.
place and be free, you know. So I was in that space, you know. So whenever I'm thinking of, he could see when I'm thinking of
Mischievous stuff.
yeah, everything, and he will like, hey, come to the garden, let's do this thing, or he will just and say,
Oh.
redo. I'm like, why? Because this thing was fine. Now you know. So he kept me like that, and that actually took me off the street and took me like from all the trouble. And he also threatened me that if you steal, I'm going to kill you. You know, that type of thing. And you know, when he says that, you're like, hey, he's serious. You know, so I grew up with that fear and all of that. But now as I grow older, I start to appreciate him. I'm like, hey, this guy helped me, man, you know. Because when I look at those that had like an opportunity to walk around and everything, you know, I can't say the same thing about them, you know. So we have that deep relationship. And as I grow older, I'm starting like to grow into that relationship. And I took more of his character than my other siblings. Even my structure, it's him. My younger brother is way taller than me. My big brother is way taller than me. But I took his structure, and he's like a real Mzalwane, and I took over that as well. So most of the things that he was doing are the things that I'm doing now. Even how I'm leading my own family, it's how he was like leading my family, you know, all of those things. So we're very close like that.
Yeah, when
Yeah, and on every achievement that I do, he must be there. On my wedding, he walked me down. We were holding hands together, you know, because he was there from Lobola, everything, you know. When there's a problem, he'll just sit next to me, and we try to find a solution and all of that. So we are very close.
he looks like a wise man from afar.
He is very wise, very wise. He was here in April because we recently bought a new house now. So he came to see it. And
From buying shacks to buying houses. now.
yeah, he came to see it and also to bless it. I still have, we took videos of the words he was saying. I get emotional. I still don't want to watch them yet. You know, he was saying like a lot of things, you know, like blessing the house. And I didn't even know that he watched like how I was trying to make it in life, you know. When he says those stories, I'm like, oh, you were watching, you know. So he's very wise. And whenever I just need advice, I know I pick up a phone, and he will tell me whatever that I need to do. And other things, they just come natural to him whenever we're talking. You know, he will say just one word, you know. Yeah, so he's very wise, and you know, I love that guy.
No, man, I think you're one of the blessed guys, man, to have
Yeah,
your father present in your life till this day.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes,
and him being actively present, not just being there.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
but
he's actively present. Like to all of us, like to all of my siblings, all of us, he's very close to.
how many are you guys gone?
If we were all alive, we would be 11.
Oh,
But now we are 5.
that's remaining.
Yeah, that's remaining. And I was the 7th one in that 11. Now I'm the second one.
In the 5.
Yeah, so I got a promotion.
When you woke up, sure, man. You know, I'm looking at the time. I'm like, I have so much to ask. Now, I don't know if you know where to go and where to start, but maybe something a little bit sensitive. I'm not sure if it's sensitive, but you know, I will ask.
Yeah, ask us.
So as I say, I always see your dad and everything. So your mom,
So my mom passed on 2018. You know, so she's always been there. Just that.
when did you get married?
I got married 2017
Okay, so she was
December, and then in April 2018 she passed on. You know, I was praying that because she was very sick. You know, so my mom like has always been there. You know, my dad always like he was like they were like that good couple. You know, yeah. But now I don't talk a lot about her, you know, because I don't know how like my siblings are feeling about that, you know. So you don't wanna always like bring back the
memories.
Yeah, the memories and all of that, you know. But we were very close with my mom, like very close, such that when she was sick, we took her and she stayed with us, with me and my wife. And then eventually she was like, "No, my kids, take me back." Like, yeah, but you're not well yet. Like, hey, you want me to die here? Like, hey. And then we took her back, and then I think a month later she passed on, you know. So yeah. So my mom is late. Yeah.
Brother, we have so much to talk about, man. And there's so I think I'm gonna call you again. Definitely we're calling you again.
Yes, there must be a part 2.
Yes, no, definitely. But before we get to that, on a lighter note, so I talk about all these things purposefully because maybe let me share that before I ask the next question or go into the next thing, because I want the viewers or the linkers that are watching to always know that life is not a straight path.
Yes.
And your story for me is very touching and very nice, especially when you say that you had money and the money was stolen, but yet throughout all of that you did not give up. You did not okay, haike, you still had that hope in you, and something popped up and whatever happened, and went to school, and it was not easy.
It was
and
not.
all odds were against you as a kid. Uhlala wedwa in a shack.
Yes.
In a township. And yet you had all the opportunity to be out there and do all the things that are not supposed to be done, but yet you didn't because you had your eyes on the on the target. So I just want to say, to young people and whoever is watching, even if they're not young, that life is not a straight path, and you might be going through whatever you're going through, but just know that if you got your eyes on the ball, you will crack beyond that.
Yes.
But I also know that you, in one of the many things that you want and that you have, you also want a podcast.
Yes.
And tell us about what do you want it to be about if you were to have it?
So the podcast, it's like many things that I want to do there.
Yeah.
I started it, by the way, but I don't have the equipment yet.
Oh, okay.
I record with my phone and try to edit there and there. It's still audio for now.
Yeah.
So the podcast, since you mentioned that I used to do motivations and stuff, but now I said no, I'm a public speaker because I have like more structured like speaking engagements now. So
You're not like those motivational speakers that say, I started this restaurant with one kind of rice.
No. It's more structured now. So there are a few things that I want to cover there. One of them is like IT careers. Because now a lot of things are about tech. We're using tech here and all of that. So, and other people, they think IT is it's about like fixing laptops, installing applications and all of that, whereas like it's very broad. I'm in IT, but I can't fix a laptop, I'm doing risk and governance. I'm in IT, but I can't set up a network, but I'm the guy behind policies, behind like managing the risk, behind setting up the IT structure as to how it must work. So the first part of the podcast is about that, dealing with IT careers, talking about the trending topics. We've got AI now, that is a thing. Unpack those types of topics, cybersecurity and all of that. So that's the main show that I wanna pursue, the Ndwendwe show. And then the other part, it's about like the inspiration, where I will just share my heart. I'm a faith person. I've been a youth leader and all of that. I do preachings and everything. So that's a space where I deal with the heart. And then the other part, it's on leadership, because that's one of the important things. So those are the three things that are there that I'm trying to cover in that podcast. Yeah.
In this 2 minutes we have left, man, quickly, I'm just going to ask you a couple of quick questions.
Yes.
Quick answers. Who's your biggest influence and why?
The biggest influence
in your life, besides Jesus.
It's God.
besides God and Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, bro, that build up to an inspiration type of thing, So I don't have like a specific person that I can say this is like the biggest influence, because I follow a lot of people and I have a lot of mentors around me that are mentoring me in different parts of my life. Others are in careers, others like trying to get me to leadership in the corporate, others like in terms of marriage, family and all of that. So I've got like
a table.
Yeah, a combination of things.
So you got a table of people.
Yeah,
in
I've
your
got
life.
a table of people.
Quickly, man, I want quick answers.
Yes.
How do you define success? Your definition of success?
A definition of success is when...
Your definition.
My definition of success is when you have a peace of mind, like at night, knowing that everything that you every essential thing that you need, you have it
At that time in
at
your
that
life.
time. You know, I'm longing for ice cream. I had it. You know, I want this. You had it. You know, so that's my definition of success. Not like a lot of money and all of that. You are able to afford things that you need or things that are essential.
It's a good one, man. What do you do to take care of yourself? Because you're very busy. You do a lot of things. You're married. You work. You got sheep. You know, doing all that. So what do you do? What does Zukisani do to take care of himself?
Like physically or
In any way.
yeah. So I try like to remain fit first. Like you know, like I do like I run like every like week or so, and also I spend time like. Like exercising and making sure that like to keep my physical body like fine, and also like I pray a lot, man, like to make sure that my spirit is like in a good path and all of that. So that's how I sort of like maintain like my life, like physically and emotionally.
And emotional as well.
Yeah.
Brother, thank you so much, man, for coming. Really, really enjoyed this episode. Definitely, you are coming again.
Yeah, no, must come. We just touched now, like the
Just
just
peasants.
peasants. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no,
there's-
definitely.
there's
And when you
still a
come
lot.
again, I must be in that stock fell. I want my 15 sheep.
Yeah, then your opening statement will be like, guys, I'm in.
Yeah. exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much for inviting me. I was so happy, like when you
Yeah.
send the invite to say, you know what, I would like you to come through. I'm like, wow, it's my first time in the podcast, by the way. So, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're the first person to do that.
Whether you know it or not, man, growing up, you're one of the people I actually looked up to, you know?
Wow.
Low key. You know? It's like, yeah, hey, that
That's
guy
humbling.
I see is pushing and
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But yeah, I was doing my own stuff at the
Yes,
time.
yes,
so
yes,
so
yes.
I definitely had to call you, man. And
thank
just
you so
looking
much
at your
for that.
life and how
Yeah.
you've grown and everything. And I really appreciate it. I'm sure there's other people that do the same, you know?
Yes.
So thank you, man, for accepting the invite.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I'm looking forward to the next invite again.
Definitely. Linkers, there you heard it, man, from himself, Zooks. I hope and pray that you guys have learned from him, and I pray that, you know, his life story will be inspiring to you as well. So, guys, that's it from today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be inspired, and please let's continue liking and sharing and commenting. And guys, we want to get to, okay, by the time this comes out, we'll already be at 200 subscribers. So thank you so much for that support. We really appreciate that. And yeah, man, tune in to the next episode. Till next time.